If you've been thinking about making the move here to Georgia and you're interested in building a brand new home that you can customize to your heart's content, well, you're in the right place because today I'm going to give you a tour through a brand new community here in one of Atlanta's top suburbs. And I'm going to give you a detailed tour through this gorgeous model house behind me. Now, this model house has wow factor after wow factor after wow factor. I'm not kidding. The floor plan is fabulous, but the basement, the backyard, the owner's suite is all just like over the top. You're absolutely going to love it. And you're going to love this community. There's a lot of availability and the amenities are going to be pretty nice. So I know you're going to love it. We have got so much to see, so we better get started. How pretty. So they have the vertical siding there, and it's more of a modern look, like a modern farmhouse type look here. I think it's really pretty. And I love the big covered front porch and the stonework that they've done on the stairs here, the flagstone. I love that, so you never have to deal with any cracking. I think that's a great use of money. And I'm noticing that they have some really nice modern aluminum covered doors here, very modern, completely see-through. All right, let's go check it out. Wow, look at this foyer. Talk about a wow factor. These two massive chandeliers. Wow, beautiful. And I love the woodwork on the foyer walls here. How pretty. So nice. It's nice and wide. Now this is a showstopper. This is a great, wow entrance. I love that. And then when you turn to the right, you have your office. Looks really nice. Lots of windows, 4 windows. And then opposing, you have a nice size formal dining room here. And it's interesting, they've done a square table, and I love square tables. It seats, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8 here. Very nice. All right, so let's keep going. Check out that catwalk. Pretty, huh? All right, this is the main living space. Wow. Look at those windows. I mean, amazing. They did a lot of woodwork in this house and it just makes it so warm. You have these really tall ceilings and sometimes it can feel cold, but when you add elements of wood throughout, it just warms it up, makes it very homey. Tons of natural light. I mean, flooding in. How pretty. And let's look from this point of view here. This is one of my favorite floor plans. It has all the things, all the elements that everybody wants nowadays. And I love the 2-story fireplace. Pretty. All right, so where do we go next? Okay, before we get to the kitchen, because that has a lot of wow factors right there, I want to take you real quick to see the bedroom that's on this first floor. So first you have a half bath, you have a powder room here. They did a moody, like midnight navy color here, very nice. And they did tile halfway up. I love coming to these model houses. You get a lot of ideas. You go to the design center and it's a little bit overwhelming because there's just so many options. But I always tell my clients, once we pick the floor plan, we go and we look at all the model houses because you get just so many ideas and you're like, hey, snap a picture of that tile, snap a picture of that element. And then when we get there, we're like, yes, this is what I like. And they can really help us replicate it. Design center is one of my favorite parts of the home building process. And I love going with my clients whenever they need me. I'm more than happy to go. Isn't that nice? So you've got a frameless shower here, flat frameless shower door. And this is one of the things that you have to pick up front when you're selecting your structural options. I actually had a client that at first did not select this and wanted to select it later on in the process. The house hadn't even been started yet, but the builder would not allow it. It had to be done before the permitting stage, or it would just get too messy, you know, resubmitting the permits and all of that. So it's really important. There are certain things that you have to make sure you really understand when you're going over your structural options, because there may not be another opportunity to go back and add it. Isn't that gorgeous? Love it. All right. So there's plenty of space here, as you can see, between the living room. You have this little sitting area, and then you have an informal dining area. Nice and spacious. Oh, wow. And I mean, you've got this 3-section slider on the first floor here, but you also have one in the basement. Man, I love those. I know they're not cheap and it is a structural option, but it makes such a huge difference. And then off of the kitchen, you have this keeping room. It's just such a cute little area to get together and have a couple drinks or have your morning coffee in front of the fireplace. I love it. All right, so let's take a look at this kitchen. It is a massive island. I would say it's a minimum of 10 feet, could be 11. I think it's so pretty. Did a beautiful quartz countertop here. Lots of drawers. And of course, this is all upgraded. This is not your standard cabinetry, and the fact that they brought it up to the ceiling is another upgrade. Also upgrading with the glass. I personally am not a fan of the glass. I'm not into having to get up there and clean that all the time, but I do like it when it goes to the ceiling. I feel like it's a very custom, built-in, high-end look. So if you can swing it, I think it's a nice touch. And then you have your wall ovens. Nice. And a great size pantry here, and they've built it out, but this is one of the things that you can get a better deal on after closing. And I do have some contractors that I've used in the past. My clients have been happy with it. When we compare the prices on this and doing it afterwards, this is one of the places we could really save. And when I am helping my clients build a house, I always like to recommend things that are best done with the builder and then best done after you close, as far as saving money and getting more value. Wow. Okay, so this is your side entrance right here. Isn't that pretty? And then you have your drop zone. I love a drop zone. And then that would be your entrance from the garage, but right now that is the sales center. This is fabulous. I love this. They did a nice big farmhouse sink with an offset drain. A lot of people like that, so it's easy to, like, you know, empty your pots. So yeah, and then one of the coolest features about this floor plan is you have this as your main kitchen, and then right off to the side, you have your scullery. So you have your secondary kitchen here, and this is like a full kitchen. I mean, you have your cooktop, you have your vent hood, you have your oven and microwave combo. I believe that's a convection, refrigeration, sink, dishwasher, everything. I have a client that is building this floor plan in another community, and she did this kitchen. This is an option as well. And I mean, it's coming out so beautifully. I'm so excited. We're about to close, so I'm so excited. She had a ball. We had a ball designing it, really. This is one of my favorite floor plans, you guys, and you can see why. It's so beautiful. All right, so why don't we take a peek out here? I want to see. Wow, this is a nice covered back porch. Look at this. Yeah, wow. And then I'm gonna take you down there, but I just want to give you this view from here of this backyard. Isn't it fabulous? There's your yoga spot, lots of entertaining outdoor kitchen. So cool. So cool. All right, let's keep going. There's a lot more to see. Let's go up to the second floor. Give you one more spin here because this is amazing. This certainly is a big house. You know, maybe this is your dream house. If it is, definitely give me a call. I'd love to help you, you know, pick your floor plan, pick your lot, everything, help you design it. But if it's too big for you, I totally understand. You know, this is very grand. It's not everybody's speed. Definitely still give me a call. I'd love to help you find, you know, what makes sense for you and your family. This particular builder has some floor plans that have a lot of these same characteristics in smaller footprints, so smaller floor plans, but a lot of the same characteristics that still give you those wow factors. So definitely give me a call and I will help you through the entire thing. And the wonderful thing is that these builders cover my compensation, so you're really getting my help for free, you know? So I think it's great. They love it when I bring new clients. Look at that, what a view. What a view. All right, where do we start? Okay, I'm gonna start here. I'm gonna go to the far left here. All right, nice sized bedroom. Very spacious. How cool, look what they've done here. They're so creative. Look at that, little bronze figures. Like rock climbing, it's a rock climbing room. So cool. And then this bathroom, actually I believe all the bedrooms have en-suite bathrooms. That's one of the best things about this floor plan. But yeah, so I love this tile on the floor, and I see a lot of this in the design center, and my clients love it, and I love it too. It really gives you that spa-like feel. I have heard that it is hard to clean. I don't know firsthand, but that is what I've heard. I don't know, it might be worth it because it sure is pretty. Nice size closet. All right, now we're gonna see bedroom number 2. Well, there was one bedroom downstairs, so now we're really bedroom 3. Another big bedroom. These are great sizes. This is a wonderful size bedroom. Love that. And you've got an ensuite. Bathroom here. Again, you're gonna wanna choose your, the areas in the house that you wanna eliminate the tubs and do full showers. You're gonna wanna choose that up front. You know, it's always good, in my opinion, to have at least one tub in the house, like maybe in your primary suite and then one additional one. It's good for resale. Even if you think I'm never leaving this house, you know, I still always like to consider resale because you just don't know, you know, you don't know. And you don't want to limit your buyer pool when you do. I've sold homes where people actually came up and made the comment, oh, there's no tubs for my child or what have you. So it's definitely something to consider. Okay, so that is the primary. We're gonna save that. And then before we go there, we're gonna check out this one. Look at this bedroom, how beautiful. Another huge bedroom. They are just so creative, so creative. Look at this. Cool light fixture. That's so cool. And then through here, so here they've kept one tub. So this is more your standard option to keep the tub shower combo. Now where they have upgraded here would be the tile selection and then bringing it to the ceiling. So there's cost in that, but there isn't as much cost as eliminating the tub altogether. Done some nice tile, and then you swing through here and have a great little closet there. Isn't that nice? Okay, isn't this gorgeous? Wow. This is a dream house. I tour beautiful model homes and different communities all over Georgia every single week. So definitely subscribe to my channel, because whether this is your dream house or not, you know, you just may find it in another video. And if you are planning to move here in Georgia, definitely give me a call, because I love helping people from all over relocate here to Georgia and find the home of their dreams. And a lot of times we build the home of your dreams. And it is a fun process, and I'm with you through the entire thing. So definitely give me a call. All right, let's keep going. All right, you guys ready? Are you ready to see this primary suite? I'm excited. All right. Oh, before we go there, hold on. I want to show you this laundry room. So you've got the really cool kind of herringbone design on the floor with like a slate tile. They did the cabinetry over the washer and dryer, which is additional. It is additional, but yeah, I mean, look how pretty. And they have the sink here. This is also an upgrade, completely worth it. Definitely nice, definitely nice. Okay, oh my goodness, I forgot. Yes, this is so beautiful. Look, I mean, this is a dream. Imagine waking up here every morning, this big primary suite. I mean, it really is just a dream. I love it. Did some beautiful chandeliers, and you have a king size bed here, and just let me tell you, you have plenty of room. And then you have this sitting area right here, the fireplace. Isn't that nice? Okay, you guys ready? Because their bathrooms are always off the charts. Wowza, wowza. So you've got this massive shower. It's a walk around. So you have a bench here, and then you have dual shower heads. They had a beautiful, man, look at this tile selection. How pretty is that? And then you just walk around here. How nice. And they just have this nice big vanity, lots of counter space, and then you have a soaking tub. So I'm gonna stand back here so you can get kind of a full view of how amazing this bathroom is. It's like a spa. I would never wanna leave. And then they did the water closet there. There is a linen closet right over there. And then you've got your big old closet here. I mean, this is big, and they built it out to maximize. I mean, it's so big they put a couple chairs in here. But look at this. It's awesome. Awesome. Wow. All right. So I think we really covered all the details in this top floor. So why don't we move on? It's the linen closet, because I want to show you the basement and the backyard. They're amazing. All right, let's go. Wow, look at this. All right, so why don't we start in the far corner here? Oh wow, this is fabulous. I love these light fixtures. So you have kind of like a little bar here, the speakeasy area. Isn't that nice? So they have lots of wine storage. Such a cool idea. And then this is your view here. And so you have a little card area, or you can dine here as well. Isn't that nice? Love it. And then you've got a massive kitchen, really bar as well. I mean, they did a waterfall edge, which looks great. Great, big bulky chairs. I mean, that must be 11, 12 feet. And I love how the bar arches like that. Pretty. I love that. I love that. All right. So I am gonna show you this living room real quick. Wow, look at that. So they have a nice big sectional, and then you can see you have the TV built-ins right there, and it's a big space. It really is. Really nice big space. Isn't that pretty? And they are doing some work in here, so I'm gonna go ahead and show you really quickly. This is the gym. Isn't that cool? I love that. Have all the equipment on the walls. And then you have mirrors there. I think it's so cool. I always wanted a home gym. I don't know if I have space for it, but I sure would like it. And then you have a full bathroom here. And this, I thought this was so cool. Look at this. So, another great entertaining spot. So this is what do they call these things? Putting areas. So you have your golf simulator. That's what it is, a golf simulator. So I thought, oh my goodness, that's so cool. I like how they did the tables there, the TV. Wow. Amazing. Amazing. All right, guys, well, that's that. Let's go check out the backyard now. I love these sliding glass doors. They're pretty. Okay, so where do we start? So first of all, I like how they've done turf everywhere that keeps everything really easy to maintain. And it just shows you don't need a lot of land. You just need a well-organized piece of land, a well-utilized small backyard to just make it a perfect entertaining space. So starting here, it looks like they've done some really nice hardscape. Isn't that pretty? And then over here, you have kind of like a little yoga area. How cool. I love that. And then I'll just kind of show you what it looks like from the back. Beautiful. And then as you follow the path out of the basement, you have this really nice fire and water feature. So you have the water fountain and then you have a fire table. Isn't that cool? This is just like an ideal entertaining situation. I think all your friends would just never want to leave. It's so cool. Such a pretty design. Now, it's interesting, this builder always does amazing backyards in their model houses, but they don't actually offer those services. So when you ask them, you go to the design center, you're like, okay, well, when do I pick, my outdoor features? And they're like, oh, we were just showing that so you can get an idea of what's possible. So some of my clients have been a little bit like disappointed. They were like, oh man, I'll have to figure that out after we close. So, but that's okay. There's a lot of great contractors here in Georgia. So, and a lot of times the builder will share the contractor that built it for the model house as well. But isn't this a really nice outdoor space? So they've covered it, so that totally, shades you from the Georgia heat. They've done a nice grill here. And I like how they've done a granite countertop. I'm about to do that at my house because what I have is just not working. And this was just such a good idea to keep everything clean and easily cleaned, basically. And then we follow around this way and they made like, I guess, a little badminton court here. Isn't that cool? This is a really nice neighborhood. There's a really good tree line along the back. So yeah, isn't this great? I love it. All right, so let's go back inside and let's start talking about some prices. See what it would take to live in a community this beautiful. So what did you think about this house? Right? It is gorgeous. From the moment that you walk through the door, there's just wow factor after wow factor. You have that soaring, huge foyer with the catwalk, and then you go into the great room and you have that big wall of windows. It's just so gorgeous. And then this primary suite, I mean, look, having your own sitting room and your big, beautiful shower and soaking tub, it's gorgeous. All the bedrooms having their own ensuite bathrooms. It's a great floor plan. And like I said, I'm building it with one of my clients and it's just coming along so beautifully. Now, this is a brand new neighborhood. They just opened this model house and I got some information on it for you. We're in Lawrenceville, Georgia, which is part of Gwinnett County. I live in Suwanee, so I'm really close to here. This is a great part of town. It really is a good location. A great access to shopping, dining, everything you need right around here. This is a rather small community. There's going to be a total of 82 home sites and they've sold about 20 or so. So there's about 60 or so left. So there's still a lot of opportunities. And what I liked about it is there's a good tree line around the perimeter of the community. So there's some great lots available and the lots are actually reasonable, which I'm going to go through. So I want to explain to you how the process works and how to derive the full price, because it's not just the base price here on this sheet. So let me explain that to you a little bit more. Okay, put my glasses on because I'm blind when it comes to reading, but we are in the Rhinewood with a basement, has 5 bedrooms, 5.5 baths, a 3-car garage. It is 3 stories and it has 4,600 square feet, and that's finished square feet. So if you are to finish the basement, that's adding what, another 2,500 square feet. So it's really a massive house. Now there's several elevations to choose from, and the more brick and stone you add to an elevation, the higher the price, but it does start for the farmhouse, which doesn't have any brick and stone. It starts at $1,284,995. Now, like I said, that is not the whole picture, so let me explain. You start with that base price, then you're gonna add your lot premium, and there's lots to choose from, and I looked through the price lists. They're very reasonable. They start at about $15,000 and they go up to about $45,000. So you're gonna take your base price, add your lot premium, then we're gonna add our structural options, which would be like the sliding glass doors, the bathroom conversions to full shower instead of tub, things like that, things that have to be put into the plans up front before they're getting their permits. And then we're gonna go to the design center. Now at the design center, they say to budget anywhere from 10 to 15% of the base price. And my clients do use every bit of that. You know, it would be sad to have your heart set on this gorgeous model and then go to the design center and not spend any money. And then when your house is built, it doesn't look anything like this, because that's where all the magic happens. You know, that's where we're gonna pick all of our flooring. That's where we're gonna pick our tile, all of those things. And it makes everything so designer, so custom looking. So it's a great opportunity. So you add all of that together, and that's where you get your full pricing. So yeah, there you go. And they're always running incentives, but they change all the time. And if you use their in-house lender, there are additional incentives as far as the lending program goes. So lots of opportunities here. And like I said, maybe this house isn't for you. Maybe this house is too massive and you don't have a big family. Well, they have other floor plans that I can introduce you to that have a lot of the same wow factors, but maybe on a smaller scale. But anyway, give me a call, shoot me a text. I would love to help. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.